company you are representing.
Hi, good morning. I'm Rose Arucan from Pythos Technology Philippines Inc.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So for other bidders that are online, kindly type in the chat box your name and the company you are representing. So for the presentation of the pre-bid conference, we have Sir Joffet or Pramkar. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, thank you. To the bidders, welcome to the pre-bid conference for the project purchase installation of Airfield Lighting System, REDL, RTHE, TEDL, WDIL, and FL at Cauayan Airport. This is under bid number 23018-06. For us, our outline for the discussion, we'll be presenting the project background and its project duration, the invitation to bid, the scope of work, the instruction to bidders with the corresponding BDS, and then the GCC with the corresponding SACs and checklist, and then lastly for any discussion for any clarification on regarding the project. For the project background and duration, this project aims to install a new airfield lighting system at Cauayan Airport that shall make the airport capable for night operations. The scope of the project includes the supply and installation of new runway edge lighting system, threshold end lights, taxiway edge lights, apron floodlights, solar wind direction indicator lights, including its power supplies, remote control systems, primary airfield lighting cable, its ancillaries, calibration, testing, and in commissioning. The project or the contract duration is 120 calendar days. For the invitation to bid, the CAAP, through the corporate operating budget, fiscal year 2023, intends to apply the sum of 76,328,375 pesos and 61 centavos as the ABC to payments under this contract. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project, and the completion of works is required within 120 calendar days. Upon receipt of the notice to proceed, bidders should have completed a similar contract to the project, and the description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in section 2 of the instruction to bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised IRR of the RA 9184. Interested bidders may obtain further information from CAAP and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired, which started last June 2023 and up to July 18, 2023 from CAAP back office, Mir Road, Pasay City, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 56,000, correction. This is inclusive of the 12% VAT. The CAAP allows the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees presenting the OR in person. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address given on or before the 18th of July 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Please note that late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 14. The bid opening shall be on the 18th of July, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines back office and or via online conference through Google Meet. And bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. The bidding documents may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System and the website of CAAP, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. For further information, you may refer to Gary M. Jadi, the head BAC secretariat at the given telephone number. For the scope of work for this project, number one or section one is site works and delivery. Number two, supply and installation of runway edge lights and threshold end lights at runway 1, 2, and 30. This is a two-circuit system. Number three, supply and installation of taxiway edge lights. Number four, underground duct works and construction of manholes and handholds. Number five, supply and installation of apron flood lighting system, including concrete foundations and civil works. Number six, supply and installation of solar wind direction indicator lights, including civil works. Number seven, supply and installation of power supply and remote control system. Number eight, supply and installation of primary airfield lighting cables and counterpoise wires. Number nine, wiring terminations. Number 10, other works to make the installation complete and functional. Number 11, calibration, testing equipment and accessories. Number 12, site acceptance test. Number 13, local on-site training by qualified engineer. Number 14, testing and commissioning. For the instruction to bidders with the corresponding BDS, under Section 5 of the ITB, specifically Section 5.2, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be letter A, purchase, supply, delivery, or installation of airfield lighting systems, and shall be completed within 10 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. For subcontracts, under Section 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed for this project. For Section 10 or 10.1, the bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in Section 9, the checklist of technical and financial documents. So under legal documents, the valid field JEPS registration certificate with platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. And letter B, the technical documents as listed below. Number one is the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, and statement of the bidder's SLCC similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding document. Original copy of the bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of the notarized bid securing declaration. Number 5, certificate of site inspection duly signed by ANS facility in charge or his or her duly authorized representatives with the following documents as attachment. Letter A, company copy of the company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. Letter B, copy of the airport or facilities visitors logbook appearing the names and signatures of inspectors. Letter C, pictures of the proposed site including the personnel who conducted the site inspection together with the ANS facility in charge or his or her duly authorized representatives. Project requirements, which shall include the following. Number one, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Number two, list of contractors' personnel or key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience. Number three, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. Number seven, original OSS and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in the case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original SPA of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. This shall include all the following documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement. Letter A, certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government. In addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. And letter B, a legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of their prospective bidders against this authority. And number 8, a bid bulletin, if any. Letter C, for the financial documents, the prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or a committed CLC for from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. And number 10, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into the two and abide by the provisions of the JBA in the instance that the bid is successful. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. As an illustration, flash on screen are sample site certificate of site inspection forms, the logbooks, and the company ID. For instruction to bidders, section 10.3, documents comprising the bid eligibility and technical components. Prospective bidders shall submit and possess a valid pickup license, and in case of JB, a valid special pickup license and registration for the type and cost of the contract. Bidder shall meet the following financial requirements for license categorization, single largest project completed, and allowable ranges of contract costs for registration of contractors for government projects. These requirements shall be submitted together with a bid. For the license category, the bidder shall have a specialty on navigational facilities. And for the ARCC, medium A and category B, bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Under section 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. For key personnels, one project manager, licensed electrical engineer, minimum 10 years experience, and then one project engineer, a licensed civil engineer, at least 5 years experience. 3 foremen with at least 3 years experience and the respective relevant experience requirements. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Under 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the quantities, 2 2 units service truck, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit hydraulic crane, 3 units genset with floodlight, 1 unit concrete cutter, 1 unit water pump, 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit leveling instrument for REDL, 1 unit leveling instrument for TEDL, 1 unit boring machine, 1 unit insulation tester, 1 unit earth resistance tester, 1 unit locksmeter, 1 unit compactor, 1 set of power tools, and bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Under Section 5.1, bid security, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The letter A, the amount of not less than 1,526,567.51 if the bid security is in cash or cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or bank guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. Letter B, the amount of not less than 3,816,418 pesos and 78 centavos if the bid security is in surety bond. Please take note that the bid security shall be valid for the period specified in the BDS that shall not exceed 120 calendar days. For the sealing and marking of bids, the bidder shall mark its bids. Each and every page thereof shall be initialed and signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. And the submitted eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs or ear tabs and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form of page 3 of 100 as an example. Page number of last page of the document and shall be per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Number 2, the bidder shall submit one original bid. As an illustration, the BAC expects the bidder to submit the documents organized as flashed on the screen. On screen are just some illustrations of the table of contents, the index tabs, and the pagination, and the initials of the bidder representative on each page of the document, of the submitted documents. Section 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For post-qualification requirements, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its letter A, latest income and business tax returns filed through the EFPS, letter B, business licenses and permits required by law, letter C, latest audited financial statements, and letter D, the key personnel licenses. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements in time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, and provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Section 21 on signing of contract. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. Letter A, construction schedule. B, bar chart and S-curve per PM, network diagram. Letter D, manpower schedule. Letter E, construction methods. F, Letter F, equipment utilization schedule. Letter G, construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment for the purchase installation of airfield lighting system at Cauayan Airport. For the general conditions of the contract, with specific to special conditions for sectional completions of works, this is not applicable for this project. The For possession of site, the CAAP shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. For site investigation reports, certificate of site inspection issued by a facility in charge of Cauayan Airport of his or her duly representative. Inspection can be conducted any day of the week between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warranty, Section 7, 1 year defect liability plus 1 year warranty upon completion of works is required for this project. For Section 10, no day works are applicable to the contract. The contract for Section 11, the contractor shall submit a program of work to the CAAP representative within 7 days of delivery of the notice of award. For 11.2, the amount to be withheld for late submission of an updated program of work is the price amount of the contract. 13, the amount of the advance payment is 15% of the total contract price. For progress payments, no further instructions. Under Section 15, Operating and Maintenance Manuals, specifically to Section 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon the completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF or computer-aided design files on the as-built plan shall be included as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. Under Section 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce the as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. Now for the checklist, as previously discussed, the technical component envelope shall include the legal documents and the technical documents, and then the financial documents, which is the NFCC, which includes the NFCC. For the financial envelope, contains only 4 documents, original and of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements required under RA 9184, the original of duly signed bid prices in bill of quantities, the duly accomplished detailed estimates form. Bidders may refer to Section 8 of the bidding document, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. And lastly, a cash flow by quarter document. So this all shall be included in the financial component envelope. Please note that bidders should refer to the annexes provided, which include CAAP forms for items H, N, and O. Other forms may be downloaded through the GPPB website as presented on the screen. That would be all for the presentation, Mr. Chair. The end user is also present to clarify any questions from the bidder regarding the project requirements. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Morning, I'm Malcolm Ong of Evercon Builders. I would like to clarify regarding the BOQ, OCM profit and VAT. In the form, there is percentage on the form. Can I clarify that we can put our own percentage? Also, the VAT, I believe, should be 12%. Thank you.
Sir, may we know with what page are you referring to in the document, please? Thank you.
Page 67.
57.
67.
Oh, sorry, 67. Do I have the correct page, sir?
No, six,
I think it's 66, sir.
six,
This
yeah.
one?
That one. Yes, that one.
And you, sir, please?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Usually po kasi, sir, ito po ay standard set ng mga percentage na sinet po na based doon po sa memorandum na inisyu sa amin. Kaya hindi na po ito mababago itong percentage na ito. In fact, for the project above 50 million, 18% lang po yung allowed niya based dun sa ABC na binibigyan namin. 8% sa contractor, sa OCM po is 12%. So ito po yung standard na sinet ng ating department order po ito on the basis po doon sa memo in reference po doon sa Department of Public Works and Highway na binigay sa kusahan. Kalimutan ko lang, ang po yung memorandum na ibinigay. So for your question po na hindi na po ito i-fix po itong, in fact naka-maximize na nga po ito. So 18% sa OCM, then 8% po sa contractor's profit.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I believe this is based on DPWH
Yes, sir.
for preparing the estimate. But on our part, on the contractor side, similar to other agency in previous tender from CAAP, the bidder has the option to put their markup if they want 8% or less, or it might be less or bit bigger, and especially the VAT. It's standard that the IRA are ruling that the VAT should be 12%. Also in previous tender, our previous tender with CAAP, it's always 12%. Also in other agency.
We just follow po yung, sir, we just follow po yung guidelines po kasi na ibinigay ng department order na ito, na yung VAT kasi na is 5%. In return po naman po ito, the excess po ng 12% will be cover po ng CAAP po. So, ang pagkakaintindi ko po rito, is yung remaining ng 12%, which is 7% po, will be borne yata ng CAAP sa ganong paraan po. Pagkakaintindi ko po, ganun po yung ruling siya. Meron po tayo ba dito sa accounting na pwedeng sumagot? Sa ganitong ruling. I think nasagot na to before eh.
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Well,
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. I think we will just issue any bid bulletin for this, sir, if there will be changes in the standard computation of the OCM and including the VAT. So just for this project, sir, the end user presented a fixed allocations for the OCMs, including the VAT for equal evaluation of bids. But I think we'll just issue, sir, issue a bid bulletin if there will be any changes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So do you have any other questions?
Yes, sir. Malcolm from Evercon Builders. Regarding the submission of pickup license, I noticed in the checklist, it is not written on the checklist.
Sa data sheet, wala. Sa checklist, meron.
Any answer?
So, community
That is for joint venture. How about if we don't have a joint venture?
For the submission of pickup license, the bidder should also refer to the general conditions of the contract, wherein specifically to section 10.3, wherein it is specified in the section the requirement for the pickup license. So the submission is the pickup license submission is part of the technical document. And we'll just issue, I think, the end user will just issue, Mr. Chair, a correction on the checklist regarding this, Mr. Chair.
All right. Yeah, well, we will reflect the correction po. Any further questions?
Yes, sir. Regarding the number of days to complete, 120 days, may request that this be increased since some of the material are coming from abroad, from Europe. So it will take time to manufacture and to ship the equipment. Manufacturing itself will take at least 120 days.
yeah, yes, sir. Mr. Chair, okay, can you kindly submit a letter for hello? Hello? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir, Derek. Go ahead.
Okay. So you may submit a letter and then we will discuss it with my team to whether to increase yung calendar days po. In fact, sa mga previous project po natin, just like Sangli, we completed the project in 120 days, and for the Bicol, the same project, the same installation, the maximum is 168 calendar days. So siguro you may submit a request justification in how many days pa yung kailangan ninyo, and then we will issue a bid bulletin to consider your request. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maybe other queries I will submit through officially, so that not to waste time of the BAC.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you, sir. Yes, with that, you can submit all the questions that's not raised during this meeting up to 10 days before the scheduled date of opening of bids, so that we can sufficiently answer all the questions. So, sige, do you have any more? Maybe last one. If there's none, we can already close this pre-bid conference. All right, there being no more questions, let's officially close this pre-bid conference. Maraming salamat po for attending. We look forward to receiving your submissions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sino yung nagbabas?
Okay, once the prospective bidders are dismissed, can we proceed with the next item, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For our next agenda, under agenda number 3.1, pre-procurement conference for the procurement of a structural consultancy of 5-story new CAAP building with CBA number 23-06-558 with the amount of 2,499,999.60, a project of ADMS to be presented by Mr. Emerson Salas.